Welcome to Far From Eden. Today we're going to take a look at these women, see what's going on with them. A lot of the time I like to talk about how things should be, when were they good, and will they ever return to that? But I understand that that's not always the most helpful thing. It's good to have a touchstone. It's good to know, sort of what it should be, or what the ideal was, etc., before things got so messed up between men and women, before it became just downright just a bad idea for men to get married because, if she decides to break the contract, she benefits. And nobody goes into a business deal or any kind of a contract where the other party benefits if they break it, right? And however, there are still people who are trying to date out there. And sometimes I get so, kind of caught in the weeds and stuck in my lane that I do forget, because I live under a rock, that, oh, wow, they are out there trying to do this. And there are still men trying to do this. And we know there are still women who are trying to do it. So today we're going to talk about those women. One of those women has recently gone viral on, TikTok? Probably TikTok. I feel like that's what the viral stuff is nowadays. Anyway, she's gone viral for listing the red flags, the top red flags that men have and the hottest things they can say. And Newsweek, of all publications, has covered this. Newsweek is a publication. It's still in my mind an actual magazine, because I'm from the days where there were magazines that had pages that you got sent in the mail. Everybody remember Publishers Clearinghouse? Remember that? You got to sign up for all these magazines. Anyway, my dad used to read Newsweek. I remember seeing Time and Newsweek and stuff, and it's like, to imagine my father sitting down with a Newsweek magazine and this isn't it? Just that alone shows me where we have come from, say, where I'm picturing my dad with his Newsweek and Time and stuff. That's like the 80s and early 90s to now. That's a lot of backsliding in a relatively short amount of time in the grand scheme of things. But without further ado, let's find out what's going on the ground with these women. What are they doing and what are they saying? Oh, goodness gracious. Viral list of hottest things to say to a woman has the internet in stitches. I wonder if it does. This article was written by Lydia Patrick, who is a life and trends reporter, which we all know is very important. A woman has gone viral for sharing the 5 hottest things a man can say, leaving the internet in stitches. In a video that has amassed 27.7 likes and 227.1 thousand views, Amelie Warren, I'm imagining that's how you pronounce it, Amelie Warren, @Warren, shared the most attractive green flags that the opposite sex can say. Oh my, everybody buckle up, because this is just going to be mind-blowing, right? We are just going to learn so much from this woman, I can tell. I don't think what she wants us to learn, but we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. While red flags indicate an unhealthy or undesirable trait someone displays, which should serve as a warning sign to a prospective or current partner, green flags are the opposite. Positive attributes someone has that you would look for in a romantic partner. She shared on TikTok. Top 5 hottest things you can say to a woman. The first on Warren's hilarious list is, I have never been a DJ. DJs have grown bad reputation in the romantic department, with many women warning of bad experiences they have had when dating the profession. A May 2023 article in Magnetic Magazine listed all the reasons you should not date a male DJ, including their global travel without you, their alleged tendency to cheat, and then their out-of-control partying habits. The prolific partiers also have huge egos and will pride their music collection over you, the article said. Okay, we got to talk about this. All right, so if the guy says, I've never been a DJ, that's a huge green flag. How many DJs are there? Do you want to know something? Okay, I know I've lived under a rock. I get it. But I've never met a DJ. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. Actually, I have. I've met a female DJ. Yep, I was living on the West Coast at the time. I met a female DJ. She was also a mom, and she was married. I was not impressed with sort of like what that lifestyle would mean for a mom, and what it would mean is what I'm saying is that the places you're going to go and the hours you're going to keep, the things you're going to be around, it just didn't seem wholesome to me, at all. And I thought, well, I don't know if the people with the best character are going to go, if they're going to gravitate towards that is what I was thinking. But I'm sure I'm just judgmental and probably some kind of far right extremist for having viewpoints like this. But as far as not wanting to date a DJ, her thing is he's probably promiscuous. He'll travel a lot without you. These are not the reasons why I wouldn't date a DJ. I would never have dated a DJ. I would not have considered it because of the reasons I just said. Because I would be like, this is not, and it isn't the money or anything like that, because my father didn't have a real job for a while and didn't come up through regular academia. So I definitely don't go that route with my thinking. But as far as this, you know what it is? It's not serious. It's not serious. It's something, it's a young thing to do. It's like young-minded. It's the partying part. The partying thing that she said. However, that's pretty rich coming from this chick on TikTok. I've seen her. I know, you know what I'm saying? So you don't really have a leg to stand on to say, oh, you're not good enough. You party too much. Come on. And the traveling thing, as far as that goes, there's going to be, if you want a man who is, say, a good provider, he's going to probably travel. He's going to work a lot. And you shouldn't get mad at him for that. You shouldn't try to control that. You should know that it's coming. So, all right. But maybe she just means this all as a joke. I don't think she does. Next on Warren's list, I don't know how to play an instrument or sing. As with DJs, musicians do not enjoy a great reputation. So, okay, so wait a second. I'm sorry. My brain, I was dyslexic for a second. I don't know how to play an instrument or sing is a positive thing. So a classically trained musician would be a red flag. All right, lady. Okay. So she likes it if they don't know how to play an instrument or sing. As with DJs, musicians do not enjoy a great reputation, as many women have been lured by their mysterious and moody charm and ultimately left disappointed by their egotistical ways. women have been lured by their mysterious and moody charm. Are those women like the groupies who can't wait to sleep with a musician? They've been lured? Come on now. You're not lured. You're just mad because you weren't the one. He didn't change just for you. Moody charm, and ultimately left disappointed by their egotistical ways. Yeah, because you were for rent only, for funsies only, not relationship material. But okay, sure, it's the musicians. That's the problem. And I get it. She might be talking about like some kind of a rock band, but that's not a musician. This shows her lack of class and understanding. Writer Christy Love made a similar comical list of why women should avoid dating musicians for Houston Press in March 2016. Love said musicians will always love their music more than you and have a tendency to ignore you at their shows, leading people to assume you are a groupie. Well, how dare they not just announce that you're the one? Like, they're doing their job. They're performing. It's their show. That's their work. If you were to begin to date a musician, you have to accept that, just like any other job that a man gets. You don't freak out that he didn't completely change for you and make his whole life revolve around you. It's not the way it's supposed to be. A man is not supposed to revolve his whole life around a woman. Just not. Then he takes his eye off the goal. Whatever his goal is, whether it's, providing, being better, building, learning, growing. As soon as and I know a lot of you guys have noticed this. And that's why a lot of you guys have been like MGTOW for life, best ever. Because as soon as you say no more of this drama, no more of this, you have peace, because you can never find peace when you're constantly trying to please a woman and like structure your life around her like that. That doesn't work. He has to be able to do his job and do his thing and know that she supports that and trusts him. And if you can't do that as a woman, you're not going to ever be a wife. You might get married one day, but you're never going to be a wife. Amelie says, one of the hottest things a man can say is that they have never learned to skateboard. Cue up Avril Lavigne's Skater Boy. The next statement on Warren's list, did we just skip over that? Oh no, okay. The next statement on Warren's list, I've never had any interest in learning to skateboard. Skaters are another male subgroup renowned for their non-committal ways. The grungy boys who whiz around in baggy clothing have left some women questioning their romantic choices. It has nothing to do with skaters. Oh yeah, okay. We'll leave that for the end summary because I see a theme. One skater on TikTok shared reasons not to date his fellow subgroup, including always wanting to skate, not having a lot of money, and being blunt texters. Oh, blunt texter, sorry. I read the word blunt and I thought it was a different thing from when I was in high school and what skaters were associated with then. And it had a different word, a use of the word blunt, sorry. Anyway, Warren's fourth green flag statement, I have a healthy relationship with my mother. It has been noted in psychology that parental relationships from childhood shape our personal growth and development. According to writer Laura Lifshitz, a son's relationship with their mother can impact how they behave in a romantic relationship. She wrote for Your Tango in February 2023 that men who are scared of their moms and are dictated by their opinions are most probably respectful and adoring of you, but ultimately will only make decisions based on what their mother wants instead of you. If your partner or prospective partner openly dislikes his mother, it could lead to a rocky relationship, meaning he might not respect women as much as he should, and therefore would be more likely to respect you, according to Lifshitz. If your partner dislikes his mother, he'll be more likely to respect you. I don't know. What is she saying? Okay. This thing is edited so poorly and obviously been spell checked, but nobody read through it because I'm like, that's a word, but that's not what you mean. Anyway, finally, Warren's last statement from a romantic partner. I go to therapy on a regular basis. According to Teladoc Health, a virtual healthcare company, individual therapy can be hugely beneficial in learning how to have healthy relationships. You can learn to communicate and empathize with others, listening to their worries and concerns. TikTok users found Warren's statements highly amusing. One user commented, "We play guitar and skate for the dad lore, not for anyone else." I don't know if that was that they were amused so much as, yeah. Another man said, "I used a scooter instead of a skateboard. Is it over for me?" One man added, 4 out of 5, not bad. Mom caused therapy. Guys are funny. Newsweek reached out to Little Warren for comment via Instagram, could not verify the details of the case. That's a weird way to say it, but okay. I'm not the editor of this. The DJ thing, fine. We covered that. The musician thing, again, that's very fringe. Then we get to the skater. It's not about if they've skated. And this shows me, again, this is a theme we've had on this channel over and over again. Over and over again. I don't try to make videos about it. I just find myself in this position going, yeah, women are not good at discerning. I think I have a thumbnail somewhere that says we suck at picking. Because we do. We do. I don't know what it is. I don't understand it. I think it must have something to do with feelings and how we want to feel versus what are the facts in front of our face. So if you have to look at it, oh, he's a DJ, rather than it's the partying and the character, right? Then yeah, you're not going to you just go, oh, DJ. Look for character. Look for what his values are. Not what he says they are, what he acts them out to be. Like, how does he behave? How has he behaved in the past? What are his parents? How are they? What did they teach? What did they believe? What are his siblings like? And I think that is a very good way to begin. If you're crazy enough to think that you might want to try dating a woman, which I don't recommend, but if you can't help yourself, you've got to do those. You've got to vet that. You can't listen to what she says she believes or whatever. You have to find out, well, what has she done in the past as far as decisions and choices? Not that anybody's perfect, but does she have a clear, view of her own, I don't want to say past, because that is the connotation of a past, but can she look back and say, oh, that wasn't so smart. Wish I'd done this. This kind of a thing. Or like, is she self-aware? Can she see that she's not always perfect? Or is that like pulling teeth? Because right there, that's a problem. So you have to look at like, what do they really do? Because they can say all day long, I'm just so caring. I'm compassionate. I'm traditional. I'm this, that, and the other. You don't know that until you see it. Unfortunately, that's the world we live in. And there's a lot of people playing dress up, and the girls know how to play dress up and be like trad Barbie, or whatever Barbie. chameleon. And so you have to know what are they really like. And women, they have to be able to look at him. And that way you're not relying on, is he a DJ or is he? And I'm taking this seriously. And I understand that this Newsweek article is like, oh, it's funny. But girls talk like this. They really do. It is, I don't know what little Warren's intentions were to make this list. But I can tell you that I make it a point to talk to enough people that I can tell you that girls will make statements like, oh, well, you shouldn't date a musician because or you shouldn't date a DJ because and they might be right about, well, you shouldn't date a DJ, but they're not right for the reasons they think they're right for. They have no idea because they don't vet for character, right? She clearly is vetting for, will he revolve his life around me? Will it be better for me? That's what she sees as green flags. Funny, green flags. Are you sure that's green flag? You sure isn't money waving? But now skateboard, I'll tell you what, as soon as I never think about skateboarders really outside of like when I went to high school, but I understand that it's a hobby that some people still enjoy. And embarrassingly, I understand that because I watched Tim Pool and he's an avid skater. I'd say now he's obviously, this is an exception, but it isn't skateboarding that is the problem. It's that there is, as they said, there's a subculture. What's that subculture about and why? It's not the skateboarding. It's just, it's so shallow. You know what I mean? That's what it's so shallow. It's like, how many were occupation? DJ occupation, musician occupation was an occupation. Now I do want to delve into the mother part, because how is it not serious if she's going to say about the relationship with my mother? I really think she's serious about this list. I think she thinks she's come up with something here. Oh my God. It's embarrassing. But I remember when I was younger, I didn't get along with other girls that well, because it's like, do you think about what you say? Do you think about what you think? Now, I was still a girl. I still, with a lot of stuff. But, the shallow, just so shallow. And shallow as far as character goes, but shallow also as far as just how far did you think? You thought as far as, skateboarders, move on to the next thing. I don't know. I get it. I see it now too, how you guys see us sometimes. And I get it too. Like, so I have a healthier relationship with my mother. So that's a green flag. And I think that is a green flag. However, and maybe I'm too critical in my thinking, but if somebody tells me they have a healthy relationship with their mother, just because you think you do doesn't mean you do. You could have a totally codependent relationship with your mother or father or whatever. I've learned this as I've gotten older, because as you get older, you can look at your parents in a little more of an honest way and still love them, but you can see them more as humans. And you go, oh, yeah, it wasn't as healthy as I thought it was at all. So if they say that, I feel like that's a in-between flag. But let's get into the thinking behind it, because that's where we find the real answers. I'm reading about what the writer also says, but sons' relationship with their mother can impact how they behave in a romantic relationship. Absolutely true. I personally think, I'm not a psychologist, I personally think that a boy's relationship with his mother is integral to how his relationship will be with his, future person, future woman later on, just as a woman's relationship with her father is the same. It's the same way. It's the same importance. It shapes sort of how you see it. That's the first image this boy has of what a woman is and what a woman should be. And same for a girl, and what her father is and what a man should be. Or maybe what she learns he shouldn't be, or what the boy learns his mother shouldn't be. The problem is, a lot of times you'll have a boy with his mother and it's not healthy, and he doesn't know, because maybe she was a single mom and he admired her for her strength and independence and all these things, and maybe she wasn't strong and independent. Maybe she was actually pretty brash and masculine, and maybe his father did want to be around, and the mom said, oh no, he's a this, he's a deadbeat dad, he's a this, he's a that, and this happens all the time. And so the boy grows up thinking the mom is this, innocent victim, as is he, of this, bad man who was his father. And it might not even be true. So I think you'd be real careful with a person who says, I have a good relationship with my mother, or if a girl says she has a good relationship with her father. Certainly with a girl, the woman, be careful with women saying they have a good relationship with their father, because he might be a simp dad, right? And I'm starting to think there's a similar thing for the single mom with the boy. Make life so easy for him, give him this soft life and remove all the tough things out of the way. And when there are tough things, tell him it's sort of like the world's against him. He's probably going to love his mother in that way and probably going to say he has a great relationship with her. And it's like, no, she set you up to fail. So this lady has no idea what she's talking about. There was this other part I wanted to talk about, because I didn't want to stop in the middle of the article and derail it. If he openly dislikes his mother, it could lead to a rocky relationship, meaning he might not respect women as much as he should. And this says, and therefore would be more likely to respect you. I think it means disrespect you, because that does not make any sense. Because if he doesn't like his mother and he doesn't like women, then that would make sense that they're trying to say then he might not like you. That could be true. Just like if a woman, has a bad relationship with her father, and then she starts to sort of hate all men. And actually, I think that has been part of how we've gotten here, with women thinking that men are so bad and, men are predators, this, that, and the other, and men can't love, because so many have been raised by, if not a single mom, a dominant mom. And a lot of times these dominant moms will alienate their daughters even from their fathers that are in the home, right? They run the roost, they rule the roost, and they are going to say snide remarks and emasculate and tell you when he's not around how he's let you down and this, that, and the other, and you can't count on him, whatever. And that is horrible. And this shapes these women's minds, these girls' minds, as they grow up, be women to not trust men, not think men really know how to love, because it's being shaped by how their mother is painting their father and possibly other men. Even if that dad is still in the house, which I think that there's a lot of men that don't realize, and maybe there's women that don't realize it too. Probably, definitely, that's true. The parental alienation can go on when you're in the house. I plan to talk more about parental alienation and all of that on Sunday, because being at Father's Day and everything, I know that there's a lot of pain out there with that. So another thing I've seen with the relationship with the mother is, if she said it right here too, said about men who are scared of their moms. This is so funny, you guys. I just read through it. I didn't stop. Oh my gosh. This is that other lady that wrote for Your Tango in February 2023. The men who are scared of their moms and are dictated by their opinions are most probably respectful and adoring of you, but ultimately will only make decisions based on what their mother wants. So they should be more scared of you. Does she realize that's what she said? You don't want them to be scared of the mom and have the mom dictating opinions. That's your job as wife. I mean, does she know that's what she said? If you pay attention, these women will tell you what they're doing. And they don't even know it. But they will, they'll show it to you. They will show you. They confess without realizing it. Yeah. Yeah, the woman should be, the wife should be, you know, scaring him and dictating to him. And you will see that. You will see if a son has an overbearing mom, you will see him recreate his family of origin, and seek out a masculine, domineering woman, thinking she's strong. Look at her. She can really handle herself. I bet she da 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 da. I see this a lot with millennials. A lot. You know, they're going after, they're looking for somebody that reminds them of their mom. All the qualities they were taught a woman should have, which is not, those aren't the qualities of a woman. You know, strong, independent, girl boss, you know, handling everything, having a career and being a mom, which you can't do. And then they seek that out. They seek out that, you know, domineering, controlling, masculine, abrasive chick. And you know, when she's young, it might be kind of cute. Oh, she's feisty. No, she's a witch. And she's disagreeable. And she won't cooperate with you. And she won't respect you, and she doesn't respect you. And then she'll probably get mad at you one day because she has to make all the decisions. And you're like, I thought you wanted me to be a partner. Well, you're supposed to read her mind. So I don't think that she meant this as tongue-in-cheek as Newsweek would have us believe, because I don't understand bringing the mom into it if we're just having some fun. If we're just having a chuckle, maybe we're not, maybe we don't bring mom into it. But I'm glad she did, because I would have still been like, nope, she's serious. These women are serious. Oh my gosh. And even the Newsweek lady, Lydia Patrick, doesn't realize that these men commenting are making fun of this list of how silly it is. And one of the things that I've really gotten to enjoy with this channel is you guys in the chat and just how funny you guys are with it. Because she's basically there on her high horse, like a queen, like, oh, no. Okay, you'll do. No. Like, lady, you're going to die alone with this. You gotta get yourself in order. Make yourself into a good and valuable woman. Actually, preserve your value, although that might be already lost. I don't know. I don't know her. But just saying, if we're going to use society's trends, she's probably, depleted a lot of her value in the first place. And she probably is, if she's like other Gen Zers, oh, well, why would I have a kid in my 20s? That's crazy talk. You should have like 5. But yeah, she's serious about this. So yeah, anyway, I think I have brain damage. You remember on Billy Madison at the end when they're having that competition, and Billy Madison has to compare the puppy who lost his way with the Industrial Revolution, and he has no idea. And then the principal comes up and he said, nowhere in your rambling, incoherent, such and such and such. And at the end he says, and we are all now dumber for having listened to it. No, hopefully not. Hopefully, if we just listen to what she's saying, yes. Because this is not helpful at all, except to go, oh, we know what kind of red flags to look out for in women, and it's kind of this. Anyway. Oh, you guys, I hope you're having a good Friday. I know this one's a little shorter than I've been doing. I just, it is what it is. I definitely wanted to see this. This was literally this is hot off the presses. This was published today at 10:57 a.m. So I was happy to find it and grab it and bring it to you and see what y'all thought about this and my little comments in between. I want to make a counter. I want to do the opposite and make, the 5 things that women would say. So I'll see if I can invent something like that. You know what I mean? Come up with a good counter that seems somewhat similar to what she's attempting to do here. We'll see. If you guys are interested in that, let me know in the comments. And if you have any suggestions, definitely let me know, because that's always welcome. You guys are like a giant think tank, and I get to benefit from it. My cup runneth over. So I appreciate you guys so much. I look forward to these videos that we make in the chat that we do at 9 o'clock, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And so today's Friday. So I hope you've done something today that feeds your soul. I hope you're taking care of yourselves, because it's important. You matter. I appreciate you. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.